This is the front lever, an advanced pulling static skill within calisthenics. See, about a year ago I actually had a 10 to 15 second front lever with bad form, but due to my stomach condition, I couldn't stay consistent and completely lost it. This is what my current front lever looks like. Wow, okay, I got a lot of work to do. So now I'm back to square one, but this time I'll relearn it with a proper form and take you with me to show you exactly how I do it. Alright, clear some space. I see way too many videos showing you skills without showing you how to warm up. So first, stretching. I start with my neck stretching every direction, arm circles forwards, backwards, and across. Moving on to the floor, I stretch my wrists forwards, backwards, palms facing up, and half circles like this. Lastly, I stretch my hip flexors, quads, glutes, adductors, calves, and hamstrings. And don't worry if you're not that flexible. This was me when I first started calisthenics. I wasn't even close to touching my toes. For equipment, I'll mainly be training with one of my dip bars and a doorway pull-up bar. If you don't have either of them, you can always do this outside at your local park. So you're probably thinking, how do I actually do this move? Well, it's quite simple. Majority of the time, you're going to be training front lever progressions. Going from the hardest to the easiest would be the full front lever, then the straddle, grog, one leg, advanced tuck, and tuck front lever. From day one, I start with the hardest progression I can hold, which was the one leg, working my way down the progressions until I can't hold the tuck anymore. After this, I grab a resistance band, put that under me, and work down the progressions all over again. Again, those front lever progressions should be your main focus as an exercise. After that, I supplement with an ab floor routine that consists of Russian twists, leg raises, flutter kicks, seated in and outs, and a hollow body hold with my arms at my waist. On day 2, I continued with my progressions. But then I supplemented with regular pull-ups, then added the resistance band to fully max out. On day 3, I did the same thing as day 2, but this time with the floor routine. And on day 4, this happened.
What?
As you can tell by my face, I was pretty surprised on how fast I was progressing, which leads me to my next point, unfair advantages. Unfair advantages are the advantages I have that would allow me to progress faster than others. Number 1 and the biggest thing is that I've done this move before, so it's only fair that I give myself a bigger goal. Instead of something small like 3 to 5 seconds, I won't stop training until I get at least a 10-second front lever back. Number 2. Even before I started calisthenics, I was always an active person, doing sports like rock climbing and parkour, which require pulling strength as well. And number 3, your body. See, just like in gymnastics, the smaller and lighter you are will greatly impact your performance as an athlete. Just looking at this, you can see that the taller you are, the longer your lever is, making it way harder compared to someone like me. I started adding tucked front lever pull-ups to my routine, which was really difficult, working my way down the progressions with band-assisted front lever pull-ups and inverted rows. By day 7, I was finally seeing some good progress, averaging 3 to 4 seconds in the full front lever. My holds were slowly getting longer and longer. But before we get any further, I want to make sure you guys are using proper technique. See, if we take a look back at when I first started, even when I had a 15-second hold, the form was bad. The line wasn't straight but rather curved. So to clean this up, we need to do 3 things. Number 1, scapula. Don't just passively hang from the bar. You want your scapulas to be retracted and depressed as much as you can. And if you're doing it right, you should definitely see the difference. Number 2, arms. No bent elbows. Try to keep them as straight as possible. Number 3, lower back and glutes. This will make or break your form. You need to posterior tilt your pelvis as if you're tucking your tailbone under you. Then squeeze your glutes and engage that lower back. If you don't do this, you'll see the hip sag and you will compensate by lifting your legs, resulting in this ugly U shape. So please, make sure you're using proper technique from day one. I started doing a lot of band assisted raises and a lot of tucked pull-ups. I also started supplementing with negatives. To do this, get inverted in a straight line, then drop down as slow as you can, squeezing everything. Don't forget to use the same progressions as the front lever to start at the hardest progression that is comfortable, working down the ladder. Things were progressing well. By day 19, I was able to get a 7-second hold. But the next morning, something felt a little off.
What the hell?
My wrists were bruised. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I didn't actually find a snake in my washroom. This is Kira. Do you see how she's holding on to me? With grip. If we look at these top athletes ripping out front lever pull-ups and touches like it's nothing, they are all using something called a false grip. This is a false grip, and this is a regular grip. You need to get this bony part of your wrist over the bar, resulting in more leverage. Thumbs over or under the bar is a personal choice. This might be a bit painful if you've never done this, resulting in these small bruises on your wrists. To combat this, I just picked up some of these wrist wraps from Chris Harria's store, which work pretty well. And I've also been using chalk to get an even better grip. If you don't have chalk, if you have these flat resistance bands, you can always wrap them around the bar and use that to get a better grip. On day 20, I got a 9-second hold. But I couldn't get past it. I hit a wall. So on day 23, I went all in. Only doing negatives and dragon flags. Bruce Lee's signature core exercise. And on day 24, this happened. To quickly recap, here's a list of everything. Feel free to screenshot this and use this as your reference. And now that I have my front lever back, let's have some fun.